to stop. War eagles soaring in the wind.
Let me talk, Tammy.
Okay, go.
Tigers rocking in Missoula. Wildcats are grinning too. Talk about the tide that's rolling in. The weekend's full of surprises. From big upsets to robberies. On the Farm Up Show, heads are gonna roll. If they don't get the best of me, we'll call Paul. Yeah, it makes sense of it all. Yeah, call Paul.
Don't take those calls. I could give you my address and phone number if you're ever in this neck of the woods.
This is the Paul Feinbaum show. It's not Jerry Springer, right?
And on a Thursday, we're getting ready to hit
The Blitz has been called. This hour of The Blitz is brought to you by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Online at FlemingHSV.com. Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for The Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hello and welcome in, everybody, to a thrifty Thursday here in No Man's Land. Welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, the Captain Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's
Captain Cool. Someone lose a grenade. Oh yeah. Make sure you guys find us online at theblitzsportsradio.com, on Facebook at The Blitz Sports Radio, and on Twitter at @TheBlitz_sports. And while you're at it, go and follow us on Twitch and YouTube at WZZN TV for more than just sports talk. If you guys want to watch us live and you like TV a little bit more than radio, go for it. The Twitch is perfect for it. The YouTube's perfect for it. The YouTube is my favorite place to watch, personally. And then the Facebook right now, I don't know if it's on Facebook. You got to go to the other sites. But it's on Twitter as well, the Blitz_sports. So have a great time going and doing that. Don't do it when you're driving, though, because that you shouldn't, okay? Pay attention to the road, not my face, okay? If you want to join in on any of the conversations today or create an audible, call us at 256-576-4977. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you're not a caller, if you don't want to talk, comment on our social medias. Whatever you want to comment on. We will get back to you either on the show live or per commenting back, because that's just the power of social media. We love it. Love to see it. This first hour is presented by Fleming Roofing and Restoration, the people that show up and get your jobs done when you need it. Great people over there, Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Again, it's going to be a cold winter, guys. It's always brisk in the morning now. It might heat up a little bit during the day. I can cause some wear and tear on that roof. So Fleming Roofing and Restoration, make sure you guys check out them. And you're live hanging with the chillest crew of 2 in Sports Radio in the booth, keeping us on the air, spinning the tracks, and flax and wax, all that jazz. The one, the Bandi, the Bailey Lowry. Yeah. Yeah,
I can match that sounder as much as I want to now. What is going on?
It's a good day. It's a good day. I got some stories to tell you about my night. I'll tell you in a second. But how are you doing, Bandi?
I'm doing good. Honestly came off a good show this morning with Talking Ball over on the sister station with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond, who y'all are familiar with on this station, hosting the Recruiting Blitz every morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. And that man knows what he's talking about.
He does.
Okay.
He's a recruiting guru.
He really, he's a talking recruiting guru. I don't know how well he could recruit. I don't know yet.
He knows recruiting.
He knows recruiting, though. Either way, he just, when he talks about it, I get lost in what he's talking about. But I'm not as involved with that side of sports. But you know what? If you guys are all about the recruiting side of things, He's the man with the plan. One, Mr. Drew DeArmond, a.k.a. D Squared.
D Squared.
Yeah. What did you get up to last night, Bandy, after a electric show that we had that was one wacky Wednesday?
We had a good show. I mean, I went back, made myself some dinner, came back here, hosted a Crawdads countdown to kickoff.
Yeah?
Over on our sister station, and then played a little bit of Overwatch, passed out.
Okay. Overwatch, had fun.
I'm still on that grind. I got to get to those 50 wins because apparently, because I was on console primarily for Overwatch 1,
Yeah.
it didn't really transfer over.
Oh.
Because now I'm on PC.
Ah.
So now I got to do those 50 wins.
So did you have to start over completely, like how Smokey had to? He just like came in and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm unlocking all these characters." Is that how you had to do it, kind of?
Not completely, because I had played a little bit of Overwatch on PC before I went to Overwatch 2. But what happened, because I never played ranked, I never got placed.
Ah.
So I never got credit. So I now have all the heroes, but I can't play ranked until I get 50 wins.
Yeah, okay. All right, I see where you're coming from now. I never really played too much ranked myself. It was only whenever I found like a cool group of people. I usually played the first 10 games, and I lost a lot of them, or I won a lot of them, got placed somewhere that I thought I should have been higher than that. I'm watching the Tom Abraham show right now on our stream.
Watching Tom Abraham show? Why not our show?
It's from earlier. I don't know. It's from earlier, which it is great though. Tom Abraham. He knows what he's talking about too.
Yeah, you might have to reload the stream, I think.
Yeah, no, I got it now. I'm watching us.
What's kind of crazy is I've learned the absolute just soul-sucking experience that is playing solo support like in quick play in Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's unplayable. It is. I have had the absolute worst of the worst when it comes to teammates, and people might be hearing this and just thinking salt. He's just salt that he's losing.
Yeah.
No, these are just holding W on their keyboard and running straight into the enemy, and just chain dying over and over. I'm like, I can't heal you if you're like 50 yards deep into enemy territory and I can't reach you.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you get some pretty terrible teammates in that. And so you haven't gotten to the 50 wins, so you haven't played any competitive matches, okay?
Not yet.
Like I was saying before, though, I was always a solo queue person, okay? I didn't have the friends that were playing Overwatch at the time, so I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'll just hop in, see how many games I can win, and go from there. I made a few friends on my time of Overwatch 1, but overall, I mean, I had one like 6-man crew at one point. We went off, we destroyed a lot of teams, and then I never played with them again. So it's usually how it goes, unless you're like all about online friends, which some people are. I'm more about the physical, hey, friend in front of me, friend in the booth.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking. But yeah, we got a jam-packed show today. Before we get into all the sporting news, because we got a lot of it, I want to talk about this is the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, because I watched the second episode last night.
Oh my gosh! Wait, how many episodes are there again? I'm trying to remember.
I believe there's 10.
Okay, yeah.
So
the same.
10,
yeah, so the same as Cyberpunk.
So when I left off, okay, Jeffrey Dahmer, you all know him. He got clipped. Okay, he got in trouble. So now I'm on the second episode where he's telling about his like life and all that stuff, and how he goes through life, and how he had a difficult childhood and all that stuff. And like I said, none of this is spoilers. His life has already been lived, and I don't even know if the man's still alive, honestly.
I would hope not.
We're gonna have to look into that, because I don't know if he's alive. Okay, don't you look that up. But okay, but this second episode, watching it, feeling uneasy, didn't know how I was gonna feel. We were like 3 minutes away from the ending of this episode. I was just like, I think I'm done with it. I think I'm done. I don't think there's any reason for me to watch it. The stress that it was giving me, the sick feeling in my stomach that I was getting was just unbearable. I couldn't do it. I can watch the show the show You on Netflix.
I've heard about it, hadn't seen it yet.
Great show. And it's about a guy who's pretty much a psychopath in the same way. Not like Jeffrey Dahmer. The thing is, You and Will Bettelheim and all that stuff, it's all fake. Whereas Jeffrey Dahmer is all real, and it's sickening. It's just like thinking about what he actually did to people is terrible. It's weird. And then seeing more and more about the costumes that kids are wearing, the Jeffrey Dahmer costume, I'm just like, what the heck? What are you thinking what are you doing? The parents need to do something about that. It can't let it slide, okay? Like we said, it's not a typical horror character. It's not Michael Myers or Jason or anything like that. That is a killer. Okay. But that's whatever. I just wanted to update you on my Jeffrey Dahmer thing, and now it's done because I'm done watching it.
Well, turns out he is not alive anymore.
He's not? When did he pass?
Died in prison.
Okay, as he probably needed to. Did he get killed? Suicide? What type of thing?
Looks like he was killed on November 28th, 1994.
Wow.
While cleaning the prison gymnasium, him and another inmate, Jesse Anderson, were stabbed to death.
I wonder what Jesse did.
I don't want to know if he was in the same room as Dahmer.
Well, either way, now we know it all came full circle. He got what he deserved. I don't want to make fun of the dead. Okay, I'm not one of those guys, but Jeffrey Dahmer, he did not need to live on this planet. But I don't want to be too rude about it. I don't know if I'm being too rude about it. He killed many people. Terrible guy. Moving on, guys. Moving on.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He actually was not stabbed to death. That was the crime of the other person he was with. He actually stabbed his wife. Anderson did.
Oh.
The other person.
Okay.
So he was actually beat Dahmer to death with a weight bar.
Oh, his roommate or the guy that killed his wife?
A guy named Christopher Scarver.
Oh. Wow. Well,
yeah.
That's one way to die. Okay. Well, today is a Thrifty Thursday. I'm wearing my Marlins shirt right here. No correlation with the Miami Marlins. I just like it, and I feel like our boss whenever I wear this shirt, honestly, because I see him wearing a shirt like this almost every single time I see him just chilling out. But it's a Thrifty Thursday. We're gonna have a great show. It is the 27th of October. We're getting just so close to October 31st. One Halloween. I can't wait. Super excited for that. Bandi, did you ever celebrate Halloween? Were you ever one to go and trick or treat?
Oh yeah, I mean like a long time ago, but yeah, not anymore. I don't know. A couple of recent Halloweens, I haven't really felt like dressing up that much.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I don't want to go and buy a new costume like every single year. There's no reason. I mean, there's parties and stuff like that I might go to and stuff. I don't want to go out and buy another costume. I have like 3 Spider-Man costumes that I would love to just wear, but now this year I might have to do a little something because there's a party coming up for my brother. It's for his birthday and stuff, and I gotta dress nice for that. And by the way, I have a gift for him. It's coming in the form, and I hope he's not listening to this because if he does, then I'll know if he watches the show or listens to the show. But it's a YouTube video that I said was scrapped, but now it's not scrapped, and it has him in it, and he was kind of like the host of that one. I didn't want to edit it. I was in college and stuff like that. I had a lot of things to do, but I finally got around to finishing it. It's up on the YouTube page. It'll be out Saturday at 10.
Heck yeah, dude.
It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Okay, but today is October 27th. Here's what you need to know. In the Blitz today, Thursday Night Football on Amazon is looking sexier than ever, okay? With the Ravens going into Tampa to face off against the Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Now, we got some good insight yesterday from one Mr. RJ White from Sportsline.com about this game, but it's time for our own opinions. I will say this matchup looks like it's supposed to be great, okay? But if the Bucs perform the same way they did against the Panthers last weekend, they have no chance.
Yeah, especially against, and granted Lamar Jackson hasn't really played that impressively these past couple games, but yeah, going up, if you play the same way you did against the Panthers and you're going up against objectively a better offense and a better offensive line, I don't know how it's going to look for these Bucs.
Yeah. But the Ravens, again, they haven't looked as great as they usually do this season. So my prediction, though, is that the Ravens will pull ahead to a multiple score lead, okay, right off the bat. It's really early in the game. They pull off to an early lead, and the Bucs will be fighting their way back the entire game, okay? Expect this one to be close going into the fourth, but the Bucs will find a way to push for the win. Yeah. I'm going to say that because it's either the Bucs play terribly or they play decent. That's just how it is. I mean, they played good against the Chiefs. Then they played terrible against teams like the Panthers. It's just you don't know which team you're going to get, okay? Hopefully the Bucs could be clicking on the same page as Tom Brady because it's just how it's got to be.
And what's kind of interesting about that, you kind of have the same dynamic a little bit with the Ravens. I mean, granted, again, I think they got definitely a top 3 quarterback in the league right now in Lamar.
Okay.
But you still got the 3 losses. You're going in 4-3, and coming off a close win against the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. And then the week before that, a close loss against the Giants. I mean, you're kind of going in with a little question with some questions going in about this Ravens team.
So that's why I went all in with the fourth quarter. The Ravens have not looked good in the fourth quarter. They let teams come back. The Dolphins came back by a large deficit, and they beat them. Again, like you were saying, the Giants came back, beat them. The Browns almost came back and beat them, but it's the Browns, so what do you expect? But we'll figure it out tonight. It's going to be a great little showdown. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. Then moving on, the Buffalo Bills drop a new rendering for their new stadium today, or actually yesterday. And hold on to your pants, everybody, because this is crazy. It's not going to be a dome. It's not going to be a dome.
Not going to be a dome?
Thank you. We've done it. No more domes. No, there's going to be a lot of domes to come, but I'm so glad that the Buffalo Bills are planning on not having a dome, because it's like the Bills are doing everything right, okay? With this organization, the team, just now having the stadium, they're really doing everything right. And a part of their home field advantage is the weather. They get some of the coldest weather in Buffalo, and that really works against the teams coming in from maybe Florida, just all over the South. Any teams coming in from there, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. So I'm glad they're keeping that home field advantage. I mean, that snow, it just, whenever it comes down, dude, it comes down. It's just great to see, though. And it's a cool-looking stadium. Nothing too special. It's just it's a stadium. It's what a stadium should look like. It looks more like a soccer stadium, for being honest. Moving on. 'Tis the season for all black uniforms, because not only are the Tennessee Volunteers rocking their new look on Saturday against Kentucky Wildcats, but the New York Jets are finally debuting their all black uniforms, including the all black helmet. I love it. I love the helmet. I think it looks amazing, and it's perfect for spooky season. I want to know what other teams are going to probably be wearing all black or something along the lines. I feel like UCF or, somebody who is all about uniforms and is playing a home game this weekend should probably be wearing. I mean, it's spooky season. You got to be wearing. And if you're playing on Monday, you got to be wearing it. Okay, Monday Night Football, they need to just both teams need to be wearing black, just black. It'd be cool. But I'm excited for these Jets helmets. I talked about them earlier. They're one of my favorites out of the new ones. It looks good. Just looks good. I wish they'd go back to just Jets instead of the logo on the helmet. But, I want the old-fashioned little touch in there. And then the Eagles' defense just got a whole lot better in a trade for Bears defensive end Robert Quinn for a 4th-round pick in next year's draft. Quinn is 31 years old, but he has been able to still put up high numbers in recent seasons at least. But Quinn's stats through 7 games this season may not be what the Bears expected, with lower numbers than usual. But being able to get a 4th-round pick out of this man, he's a solid veteran. I'll say he's a solid veteran. It's not the worst thing that they could have done. 2021 1st-round. And going on to this with talking about the draft or the trading talks for draft picks and all that stuff. 2021 1st-round pick Giants wide receiver Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, I was actually going to see, because I just saw this come across. I didn't know if you were going to bring it up.
Yeah, it just popped up. It literally just popped up.
Popped up.
This is like breaking news almost. Is also on the move heading to KC, giving the Giants a 3rd and 6th round pick in the 2023 draft. Stick with us for all the trading news, because it's going to be coming, guys. It is about to be the time where the trades are all going to come in, and then it's all just going to stop, because that's the end of the trade deadline. And it's just going to be great to see all these people moving around. I mean, we might see some pretty crazy trades. I keep getting Tom on my thing.
You gotta refresh your stream.
I literally had our stream on. I don't know what happened. Okay. Bandy?
I'm not sure what's going on.
What are you going to be talking about today?
You know what? We got some video game news. Oh, my goodness. Modern Warfare 2 players will do anything to get into this game early, including looking up and inputting addresses from a whole different country. And we also got a look at Apex Legends' new legend. We actually finally got to see her abilities in game. And I will say the wall is it's not like a little dome like it was in the trailer. It's just like a wall.
It's a wall.
She's a Valorant character.
Okay. She's a Valorant character.
She's a Valorant character.
That's what we were saying yesterday.
And what I can't wait to talk about later is how bad the Lakers are.
Ooh.
Because, my God, this might be the worst I've ever seen them. And you can't blame it on Russell Westbrook either.
Nah,
he hasn't played.
Can you blame it on LeBron?
I mean, you could for his GM talk here.
Yeah.
But Russell Westbrook hasn't been playing, so you can't blame the whole team's poor shooting on him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think this day would come to where all of the GOATs in sports, Tom Brady, LeBron James, whatever the other guy's name is, Aaron Rodgers. All the GOATs, not
Serena Williams.
Well, she's gone. I mean,
she's gone. She's retired.
She ended on a fine note. I think she was fine to end her career where she did. I mean, she could have won it, but either way, it's fine. She at least got out of it before she made a fool of herself.
Yeah, true.
Which is something I want to talk about later, because on the cool segment of the show, I'll be talking about what Kurt Warner had to say about both the GOAT quarterbacks in the league, and also some more Kanye West, because we can't get away from it. It's too entertaining to like overlook some of the stuff that is going down with this. Okay, it's a messed up subject with one Mr. Ye saying what he did on Twitter, saying what he did with the White Lives Matter shirt. It's terrible. All of that type. It's just it's entertaining to see. It's a bad soap opera, and I'm here to see it all go down. And you won't believe what we're going to talk about today, because we didn't know that Donda Sports existed. And now something else that I didn't know existed is reportedly shutting down, but at the same time, it might not be.
Oh, God.
So that's going to be some great talk. And then later, or I'm going to say 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah.
3 o'clock, Crawdad. Big old Crawdaddy. He's going to be talking some Army sports. We're going to learn about what the team needs to do going forward. And
we got a bye week this week for Army, but I
Yeah.
mean, looking forward, we're about to have a service game. The first service game for the Army.
Black Knights.
Yeah, sorry, it's under my throat.
Sorry, I forgot the name for a second. No,
Yeah,
I'm joking.
No, something caught my throat. Yeah, but the Army Black Knights going up against the Air Force. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what Crawdad thinks like the Army Black Knights are going to do in that game plan.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
going to stick to that run and gun. But you know what? We'll ask them all that in about roughly 35 minutes.
Yeah, so make sure you guys stick with us to wait until we get to talk to Crawdad. Because either way, whether you listen to Army football on the sister station, or if you just like football in general, or you don't even like it, it's still very entertaining having him on. He'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay, you guys will learn. You'll learn the whole history of Army football whenever he's on the show, and that's a promise we can give you. Okay, Tom Abraham's still talking to him right next to me.
He's still talking?
Something's up with the stream. I'll talk to you about it when we go on break. But
The show never ends. We can never escape him.
I know.
We can never escape the
Tom's always with us. But when we come back, we will have a little bit of cool talk. We're getting straight into the news, guys. It's going to be super cool, super fun. We got a lot going down today. Don't touch that dial, because you're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. Stop into the University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in a Kia. Go Mustangs!
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
The Blitz has been called.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. First segment, or the second segment, I guess. It's the first real segment, I would say. It's because it's a cool segment. You guys listening to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Captain Cool, alongside the Bandi Man.
Yep.
We're talking a lot of sports today. Talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. I talked about that a little bit already. I'm done with it, though. I'm done. Show's, it's just terrible. Scary.
Done with the Dahmer drama?
I'm done with the Dahmer drama. I mean, everybody was done with the Dahmer drama in 1991, so it's just how it is. I mean, as soon as it started, it was done. But if you guys want to join in on the show, call us at 256-576-4977. If you want to follow us on Twitter, keep up with all the tweets that we send out, maybe a few polls that we got going on. You can follow us at the Blitz_sports and on Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio. And guys, make sure you guys got the apps. Make sure you got the apps. Blitz Sports Radio.
Get the app so you can listen to not only us, plenty of our other content as well. Recruiting Blitz.
Oh, yeah.
With D Squared, Army football on the weekends. Make sure you get it all here.
Oh, yeah. And we got some exciting football matchups tomorrow.
Ooh.
And they will be all on our sister station's side of the thing. Get the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app. And you'll be able to watch or listen to Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. We got sports on all of them, guys. Let me tell you what we got, okay? On Zone 1 or 97.7 ESPN The Zone, the main station, you guys can look forward to some Buckhorn football going up against Grissom High School.
Let's go.
Sheesh.
That'll be a good game.
That'll be interesting, honestly, because I want to see how Grissom's going to fare against Buckhorn, okay? Buckhorn, a little shaky this season, but there are a lot of ups as well as downs, okay? And then Grissom on the other side, it's Grissom. They'll surprise you.
They'll surprise you from time to time.
Or they won't. But it's going to be a good game.
Is the Chad still here?
I think he left. I didn't see the Chad.
Oh, no. Grissom's actually going to get wrecked.
Yeah, Grissom's going to get destroyed.
I'm sorry, the Chad.
Yeah, sorry, the Chad. He's probably listening to us right now. I forget that he's an avid listener as well. He's a producer. And then on the Zone 2, we got Madison Academy going up against Westminster Christian. That's going to be a good one, okay? Madison Academy's looking pretty stellar, but Westminster, they've been looking just as good, I will say. And then on Zone 3, we got Randolph versus Fairview. Randolph's just had an explosive season. They've just been destroying everybody. Except for last week, they had a little loss, but it's okay.
It's kind of nice. It's actually kind of nice to see because I remember, because kind of like way back, like when I was in high school, when I was going to Randolph for a little while. I mean, honestly, around like our football team wasn't really our most known program. It was like soccer, track, all that, those kind of sports. So I'm glad, like in these years, that and like in all the years that have passed since then, that now Randolph has really come up on their football program and really now developed it into something special.
Oh yeah, I will give a cheers to that because it's awesome to see, and especially when all these teams are on our station and stuff like that. We want to see them succeed.
Yeah.
So definitely give them a listen. All throughout, we got Tom Abraham doing the game for Buckhorn. Then we got is it Scuba Steve doing the game?
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve. Madison Academy, and then on the Randolph game, we got one Mr. Drew DeArmond. They do a great job with all of it. All of it's just, it is a wonderful thing. It's so professional. It really is. Like when you think of high school sports, you don't think of it being like too professional. You just, you hear some students doing a lot of radio. Well, this is some real stuff right here. This is real cool stuff, as I like to say, some real cool stuff. But on the itinerary today, on the cool side of things today, I want to talk about what Kurt Warner had to say about the two GOATs in the league and how they might just it might just be time for them to hang it all up and get out of there before they spoil themselves.
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's coming up. As well as some more Kanye drama. I'm loving it. I'm all here for it.
I'm going to look up what this Kanye drama is because I'm scared.
Don't do it yet because you have to hit that sounder.
Oh, you're right.
You have to hit that sounder.
You're right. That's my job now.
Bandy's doing everything on the other side. All of that fun stuff's coming up on What's Cool.
It's getting hot in here.
Hot and so hot in here. That's a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball.
So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
You know what cool is?
Kurt Warner.
You're looking at.
Yeah. All right. Like we were saying, Super Bowl champ and Hall of Fame QB Kurt Warner thinks the time has come for both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady to retire. That's right. That's something you didn't think you'd hear halfway through the season. I mean, Tom Brady, he said, I'm going to play forever. There ain't nothing stopping me, not even his wife. It's terrible. Although we've all kind of got the same idea, though, throughout the season. We've seen a little bit of lackluster team performances by both these QBs. But Kurt Warner had his own way of looking at it because, I mean, this man, if anybody knows what how it is, to be a GOAT in the league at an older age, Kurt Warner's one guy that'll definitely know it, okay? Ending his career at the age of 38 back in 2010, playing for the Cardinals, played for the Rams, won a Super Bowl with the Rams. Did he play for the Raiders at one? No, I'm thinking about Carson Palmer. I'm thinking about another one. Carson Palmer also played for the Cardinals at one point. There's so many quarterbacks, they come and go and all that stuff. But yeah, Kurt Warner, he's a spectacular dude. But yeah, he had this to say, quote, I think both of the guys look exhausted, end quote. I don't know if he sounds like that. I don't think he sounds like that. I know I hear him a few times on some broadcasts, but yeah, I'm just going to go with that because I like to put voices to people, even if they don't make any sense. Now, we can all agree on that, okay? Rodgers is a frustrated man who thinks that he's doing all he can for this team and to make it great, but he's frustrated with his wide receivers. He doesn't know really what's going on. He's just like, I need better wide receivers. I need a better team. Nothing is on him. He is doing his best.
Yep. He is completely doing everything in his power for the Packers to succeed.
Yeah, except for being a good leader, because good leaders take accountability, okay? That's all I'm saying. He even throws his team under the bus on some podcasts. It was just it's just been a mess for him. I don't know. The team's gonna have a breakdown or something, especially after he gets paid. He got paid. He's making millions and millions a year. And he's just it doesn't look good for him. But on the other side, with Brady, he's got some similar feelings about his team, not being on the same pace as him. However, Brady is also dealing with the fact that he may be a single man by the end of the season. So there's some things that are going in his mind a little bit more. Aaron Rodgers, he's got the T to calm him down, so I think he'll be fine. I think
he's got the T.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. But Warner goes on to talk about how things aren't the way they used to be, and being able to adapt to the new NFL and how hard it can be to constantly get everybody on the same page and standard that you want on a team. Okay, these are some spectacular quarterbacks here. They do amazing things year in, year out. Aaron Rodgers, MVP a lot of the times. Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP a lot of the times. It's just how it is, okay? But he also added some personal feelings about this matter, saying, quote, it started to take more and more away from my family and my time. And again, me physically to be able to give them the time and effort that I wanted, because my mind was always on other things. So all of that really just kind of played into why I made that decision. But it is hard. It is. I mean, when you play football, I had the same feelings. I played football in high school, okay? I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, oh, yeah, I could have went pro. I definitely couldn't have gone pro. I don't have the body, I don't have the size, I don't have the speed, okay, to become pro. But having to say I'm not gonna play football anymore is very difficult. And even today, I regret my decision. But I don't regret it too much because look at me now. I'm having a great time talking with you, Bandi, and we're having a great time. I'm having a blast talking to many people, getting to make a lot of friends throughout this journey, so it's great. But, still, okay, even Tom Brady has other things he could be doing outside of football. I know he could definitely be doing some sports broadcasting, but is that what he wants to do? he could be coaching a team. Is that what he wants to do? Same with Aaron Rodgers. I don't even know what Aaron Rodgers would do if he left.
I really have. I mean, you actually bring that up. That's a good point. I truly have no idea what Aaron Rodgers would do if he wasn't in the NFL right now.
Man would probably go out, probably west, and he probably would turn into a nomad or something.
I could 100% see him living in a shack in Montana.
Oh, yeah. Or
like in a cabin in Montana.
Montana, I could see him also living in like some just random place in Nevada, just like out in just like the hills and stuff. I don't know. I mean, with his whole tea situation, I don't know.
Maybe a not a Wisconsin, maybe a Wyoming kind of guy.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, he could. I don't know. Either way, but I don't know. I don't know what these guys do. But I mean, what do you guys think? Okay, the listeners, Bandi. I mean, is it just a bad year for the goated quarterbacks, or is it time to get out of sports before soiling their careers? Call us and let us know. You know where to call us. 256-576-4977. I said it slow this time, Bandi. Thank you. I had to say it slow because I fly through that number sometimes. But like I was saying, it gets to a point in your career where, you know, you may still be playing solid football, but, you know, you're on a team that might not be at the standard that you want. And how much time is it going to take for that team to get to where you want, okay? And you don't really want to have to deal with moving, you know, at this point in your career, moving to a different place, playing for another team, waiting for that organization to grow and be around yours. Tom Brady had it good, okay? He went to freaking Florida. He was chilling out in Florida, sipping mimosas probably, and he won a Super Bowl. It's just, I mean, he had it good. It was easy for him.
And now none of these quarterbacks have time to wait for a program to get up and grow. They have to be a part of a winning franchise now.
Yeah.
If they want to have a chance of winning a Super Bowl again.
And it was surprising with the Buccaneers, but they kind of turned into like a super franchise at a point. You know, they were kind of like I'd say an NBA whenever they just get like so many good guys on their team. I mean, they had Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah. It's like they were really good for about 2 years.
Yeah. They were really good. And I mean, even last year they were still a good team. And then this year, it's just like they're a totally different team. I don't know what they lost a few guys, but it shouldn't have made that much of a difference. And I don't know, they're just not doing what they need to do to get these QBs back into the playoffs and back into Super Bowls like they feel like they should be doing.
You know what? You know who that also feels like happened to?
What?
The Steelers.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to the Steelers? Am I crazy in thinking that it doesn't really feel too long ago when I would be intimidated by the Steelers making the Super Bowl?
It's one of those things, okay, Steelers were led by a pretty spectacular quarterback, okay? We don't like him too much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still, Ben Roethlisberger, you got to say, he was a good quarterback.
He got the job done, even though he lasted around, I think, like 4 years past his prime.
Yeah.
He got pretty withery at the end.
I can agree on that. But I mean, like with the Steelers, now they just have nobody to really lead them, you know. Mike Tomlin's doing the best he can with the young QBs he's got, you know. And, I mean, hopefully Kenny Pickett could be that next guy. But, again, he's still young. We don't even know. He might not even be supposed to be playing right now. But they threw him in because they thought, hey, Mitchell Trubisky can't do anything, so why not? Let's throw in our rookie QB. I want to see him succeed, guys. I want to see the Steelers succeed only because I want to see Kenny Pickett succeed. I don't want to see the Steelers go on and beat the Browns. No, that's not what I want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a Steelers fan, but it just kind of feels like, when was the last time I was intimidated seeing a team go up against the Steelers?
I'm trying to think.
Or like, oh man, they're playing the Steelers. They're gonna have it rough this week. Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
So the year the Browns went to the playoffs and they were going up against them, I was a little intimidated about it. But the Browns beat them, and they gave them their first playoff win in so long. I tell you what, so long since I think 1994. And I mean, that was the last time I could say the Steelers were really a scary team because they made it to the playoffs. They were a decent team. Can't say that really anymore. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs for another few years just because they're still building to where they need to be. But that's besides the fact that we're going to move on.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Okay. And we didn't even bring up Matt Ryan in that one.
I'm scared of another power outage if I bring up his name again.
Shh, don't say it. That's why I whispered it to you. Okay.
He who must not be named.
All right. Now, let's move on to some fun stuff, guys. Again, you can join in on the conversation. You can create an audible if you want, 256-576-4977. But this is going to be a great one right here. This is entertaining, so stick with us. Okay. Bailey.
Are we talking about Kanye?
We're talking about Kanye. Oh, okay. I thought this Kanye stuff was finally over, but little did I know this man has a numerous side of companies on top of the Donda Sports thing we talked about yesterday, okay? if you people missed that, okay, if you guys listening missed that last show, you can find it on our socials and on our website. You can listen to the whole show. If you want to just skip to the cool segment, you can do that. Listen to this little thing because it is entertaining for me, and I hope it's entertaining for you. But in recent reports, we've now learned that one Donda Academy. What? Okay, let me finish this sentence first. Donda Academy is shutting down for the school year, per the principal, per the Times.
Okay.
Earlier today. And you won't believe who the principal is.
Is it Kanye West?
No. It'd be funny if it was Antonio Brown. No, it's not. The joke was, I was going to set it up. I was like, you know who the principal is, right? I was like, Marilyn Manson. It's not. It was going to be a funny joke, but then I said, I got off on my side. I went off the script and I said Antonio Brown. But I was joking about that. But it's Jason Angle. He's some random dude, okay? First off, this sounds like a premise of a movie known as Accepted, okay?
Okay, wait. So Donda Academy.
Donda Academy, yeah. Look this up.
What do they teach at Donda Academy?
It's like I don't know if it's a Christian school. I know it's about God. It looks like a cult.
Okay, no. Okay, we thought the Donda shop site was bad. What is this one? There's a random pigeon.
There are a bunch of pigeons flying.
It's a dove. It's just a looping animation of a dove with Donda Academy.
Yeah, and then you can start clicking on the stuff. I didn't know if it was for younger kids, for like,
how we learn.
Wide range. Yeah, I know. I had to look into like what this place is all about. They actually have sports teams too.
Okay. All right. I will admit there's definitely more production on this website when it comes to the Donda shop.
Yeah.
Which had 3 items that were all sold out.
Yeah, and then one of the buttons you could click on, but you couldn't actually click on. But yeah, this the whole, I don't know. I've never heard of the Donda Academy until today, actually. But whatever. Okay, it's whatever. Okay, it sounds like the premise of a movie called Accepted. Okay, which it's where these guys they don't get accepted in his school, so they make their own school, and I think that's a hilarious premise. But second off, okay, turns out that it's not actually shutting down, per TMZ. Just a few hours ago, we learned this. Okay, we learned this morning that it was like, hey, we're gonna shut down for the school year. Well, now they're not gonna shut down. We learned this just a few hours ago, like right before the show almost. Okay, maybe an hour before the show. Okay, I don't know. Okay, turns out it's not shutting down. Parents and students reportedly got emails at midnight from the school that reportedly said, quote, join us tomorrow morning in worship for the return of Donda Academy. What in worship for the return? With the help of our parents and community, we are back and returning with a vengeance.
With a vengeance?
They literally had to add that. That's reportedly, okay?
They're a school.
Reportedly. A Christian school at that.
With a vengeance?
With vengeance.
Actually, that's pretty old school Christian right there. Now that I think about it, that's some pretty Old Testament right there.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna stone some kids out? I have no idea. Stone anybody who's going against this school.
With a vengeance.
Man, I don't understand it. The school looks and sounds like a cult. Okay, if you look at the website,
I'm looking at the picture,
and I'm not dogging anything Christianity because I'm a Christian myself. Okay. I don't know exactly what, Kanye's... He's got a weird vibe to him about this whole thing, because he's doing Christian music now, in a way. Okay, he's censoring his music. You could say that. That's about what he's doing. But it's a scary-looking website. It's a weird-looking school. It's just... I don't know. It's a different side of Christianity that I might not be a part of. I don't know.
Okay.
But that site... site's funny. It's a funny site.
I see Donda rule number 51.
No, there's rules?
Donda rule number 51. Students must be confident in forming ideas. If not, their writing will suffer. I mean, that's a good rule, but what are Donda's rule 1 through 50?
I don't know if this guy is trying to be the second coming of Christ or what.
Oh, there's Donda in a day.
Donda in a day?
Donda in a day. Each day, Donda... Oh my God, I feel like I'm having a stroke.
That's what I'm saying.
Each day, Donda students learn fundamentals, grow in their faith, and experience 2 enrichment classes. Daily schedule, full school worship, core classes of language arts, math and science, lunch and recess, enrichment courses including world language, visual art, film, choir, and parkour.
Is there actually parkour?
Yeah, there's parkour.
Okay, well there you go.
I mean, honestly,
I'm signing up.
I would love to do a parkour class if I could. That is 100% a class I would have signed up for at a UAH if that was an option.
Yeah, it's like an artsy Christian school, which like respectable, but I mean parkour that's pretty cool.
Parkour.
Why
are they teaching them parkour?
But yeah, per the principal's most recent reports, the decision to shut down the school, it was actually in discretion of our founder, which was one Mr. Kanye West. Okay. However, new reports tell us that the school won't close, but will afresh late next year. Fresh means change the ways, I guess. I don't know, like kind of change something about it, I guess. So maybe just, not have Kanye West as like the centerpiece of that place. Again, if you guys don't know who Donda is his Kanye's mom. She's passed away, but it's I don't know how I feel about any of this. It's making me uncomfortable. But since this story is so bizarre, it can't be over just yet. So as new reports come in, we'll update you guys on them because it's just so entertaining to me and Bandi and hopefully you guys as well. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is just weird.
The amount of times he says Donda, it's so many times.
Apparently you have to sign an NDA to even enroll too. That's a common thing I'm seeing going around. What? Oh, I also did see where Kanye, when Adidas dropped him, he tried to go to Skechers to get that deal, not knowing it's a Jewish-based company.
Ooh, he just didn't know.
Yeah, he was immediately turned away at the door.
That's funny, as he should have been.
Yeah,
as he should have been.
I don't know what's going through this guy's mind right now, but he just needs to sit down somewhere and stop.
Yeah, maybe
just take a breather.
Maybe in like a room with beds all around it. White room, maybe he's like wrapped up in blankets and stuff. I don't know. That's today's Kanye West story. I love it. When we're gonna hit a break because we just gotta get out of this because I just can't talk about Kanye anymore. Yeah. I like Bandi said, we get like heart palpitations talking about him. But when we come back, we'll talk about a little bit of Lakers basketball and how they're doing, and then we'll preview the second hour because we're talking with Crawdad. At 3 o'clock, we're going to have a great time talking to him. Don't touch that dial, everybody, because you're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant Bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right, even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatewitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop. If you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have the state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors. TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
The Blitz has been called.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Last segment of the first hour that is presented by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Fleming Roofing and Restoration, the people that show up, get the job done when you need it. This hour has been a wild one, okay? We've gone through all the different spectrums. We've started with Jeffrey Dahmer, got to football, talked a lot of football, talked a lot of trades, and talked about a little bit of Donda. Jeez, crazy stuff. I want to be done with it, though. I want to be done with it. So I'm going to stop talking about it. Donda. I'm done.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm done. It was
Donda,
wacky.
Donda and Dahmer, what a weird hour.
Weird combination. Yeah, it's the Donda Dahmer hour. But I'm Captain Cool alongside Bandi Man. We're just taking you all the way to 4 o'clock today. Having a great show so far. Having a fun time. Just a fun time. Bandi, you got to talk about some basketball. I know you have some feelings about the Lakers this season. Tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, for one, I'm glad to see that my Jazz are sitting at 3-1.
Yoo-hoo.
When, in all honesty, we probably should have started 0-4, where the Lakers are at right now.
Oof.
I mean, because we're starting with a whole new rebuild. Like, there's no reason why a team of, like, Kelly Olynyk, Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, and Walker Kessler should be working so well, but it does, and I'm all for it. But a team that has not been working well, my God, the Lakers are terrible. And honestly, as someone in the West, I'm happy to see it because that just means less competition to get the Jazz into the playoffs.
Of course.
But what it means, this is some of the worst we've seen a team in a while. And this is the first time LeBron has started 0-4 since his rookie season when he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It's crazy.
I mean, the numbers aren't being put up. This team does not play well together. Russell Westbrook hasn't even played. Y'all started 0-4 and are shooting 8% from 3.
8.
That's you. Oh my gosh! If you want to be a team and survive, you got to be at least above 30, not even 8.
That's a high school team right there.
It's some of the worst shooting I've ever seen. It was at the point. I remember watching this clip during the Lakers-Portland game, and Anthony Davis was kicked out to a wide open 3 in the corner. And honestly, that should be a pretty clear shot for him, if not getting close to going in. The defender doesn't even step up to challenge him on it. Lets him shoot it, breaks off the side of the backboard, and now Portland's taking it the other way. And I'm just thinking, is there any hope for this Lakers team right now with how they're progressing right now? They are literally on the fast track to just tanking. They're looking like how we should right now. Like, because we were expected to tank for God, I can't say his name. It's so dang long.
Yeah,
it's like trying to remember Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that took me like a solid year to remember. But everyone's really going for that number 1 pick to try to get him. And the first thought was it was going to be the Jazz with them giving away Donovan and Rudy, stockpiling all these picks, and then just kind of tanking this year for the draft. Now it seems like the Lakers are going to be doing that. But with a team of Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James.
Should be a super team. It should be.
It should be on paper.
Yeah.
But even though if they click on a banana boat, they might not click on the court.
Oh, jeez. Who else is performing well in basketball right now? Because you know me. I'm an NFL guy.
Oh, in basketball, I mean, you kind of got a good amount of teams. I mean, the Grizzlies, I mean, just coming off of last year. You want to talk about one of the most explosive teams in basketball right now. Memphis is where it is at.
Nice.
John Morant just doing what he does. My favorite player to watch because he reminds me of D Rose, like prime Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
But in a way, that also scares me because prime Derrick Rose was pretty volatile to getting injured. As we know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about the basketball, maybe some hockey later on in the show, probably in the very last segment, going up to 4 o'clock. But when we come back, Crawdaddy's going to be on the line. We're going to be talking about some Army football and how they performed against UL Monroe last weekend and what they will be doing this weekend to prepare for the Air Force.
You know it.
That's all coming up next segment on the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called. You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Second hour here in No Man's Land. Welcome back to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Captain Cool, alongside the Bandi Man. If you guys want to join in on any of the conversation today, you can do that later. I'm not even going to tell you. You can do that later, okay? So we got somebody on the line that knows what he's talking about with Army football, and I can't wait to get in on that. But make sure you guys are following us on the Twitter at the Blitz_sports, at Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio. Make sure you guys got the apps because we got a lot of sports coming at you this weekend, and we're super excited about all of that stuff. This second hour is presented by Woody Anderson Ford, the best place to get the best cars for the best prices. On the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, a guy that does everything he can to talk about Army football, does a wonderful time doing it. One Mr. Crawdad. Crawdad, how you doing? Where's he at? Crawdad, you there?
Crawdad, you there?
He might have went and got a nice little drink, a cold little beverage. Either way, once we get him, we're going to be talking some Army football. They had a nice little matchup against UL Monroe. I was a little spooked right at the beginning of this one, okay?
Wait, Crawdad, you there?
Guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I inadvertently touched the mute button. Sorry about that.
It is totally fine. I was going to try and go on and talk for you, but I don't even have to do that now. But Crawdad, let's get straight into it, okay? The Black Knights.
Okay, well,
I was gonna preview it a little bit, though. The Black Knights going up against UL Monroe. Scary first half, but they got stuff settled. Tell me how you felt about this matchup. Let's hear it.
Well, ULM, the old Tater Tot Bowden's team, I think we fared pretty well against them. We had a typical Army game where we had over 400 yards rushing. We had 441 yards rushing, averaged 7.1 yards per carry, and literally just, pun intended, ran away with the game in the second half. And this also was an Army team that was without a lot of its stars because they're still injured. This off week is going to be really good for us, but everybody was really pleased with the way Army played. ULM is not a bad team.
No.
In fact, they're a pretty good team, and they're a pretty high-powered offense. And I think the thing that most Army fans really liked about that, and we had defensive coordinator Nate Woody on last night, is the fact that short of a few plays in the first half, we pretty much shut them down. They only got 4 of 11 third downs, and we just completely outgained it. So a good win over ULM. That's exactly what we needed going into the off week, which is then followed by the Air Force game, which is right now the biggest game of our season.
Oh yeah, and it's one that we're definitely looking forward to. But I want to still look at this UL Monroe game because there's a lot of implications going into that Air Force game that might arise. One thing I noticed was right off the bat, the defense was just extremely amazing. They were just getting at it. They were breaking the line. They were sacking the quarterback. They were forcing bad passes. Is that something we can expect? Is Air Force similar in the way that they have their line, or do you think we'll have a little tougher time against them?
Well, we're going to have a pretty tough time with Air Force. They've got some mighty fine football players. They have got almost even this early in the season, they've almost got 1,000-yard rusher in the backfield. They've got a pretty good quarterback who can sling the ball around a good bit. Brad Roberts is the name of their running back. He averages 5.5 yards a carry, and he has gained 947 in 8 games. That's pretty good. Has Zeke Daniels as the quarterback. He's got a quarterback rating of 158.13, which is not bad. He averages about 70 yards passing a game, so they've got some offense.
Yeah.
And one of the things about Air Force, they're 5-3, and in their wins, every one of their wins, they have averaged 40 points or over 40 points. So our defense is going to have to be on their toes. And Coach Woody last night said they're putting in some different defensive schemes, and they should be ready to go for Air Force. The unique thing about this game is it's such an early kickoff. At 10:30 a.m., I wouldn't even want to think about doing a 10:30 a.m. kickoff, but that's what it is.
It's like Pee Wee football.
In Arlington, Texas, at Ranger Stadium.
Okay. And, it's an interesting little area that they're getting to play in compared to the usual scene we see Army and Air Force playing. But, again, with this UL Monroe game, okay, as well as the defense just playing lights out, they at least – what I wanted to say was lights out, but they did allow some points to get through, but not too many, okay? Most of those points came in that first quarter. That kind of just, it threw off Army at first, but, they were able to rebound in such a spectacular way. We got to see Jameel Jones. He was running like a madman. And also, we got to see Bryson Daly a little bit, running a little bit of that cat. And, they were just popping off big runs, and I love to see it. And it also got an add-on by Tyson Riley and all the other big running backs. They were just pounding through this team. There was nothing they could really do whenever the Army started getting going. Nothing UL Monroe could do to really stop them, and I'd love to see that.
Well, if you've ever had taken a chance to watch Army play, we have a fullback named Tyson Riley, who is a junior. Last week he averaged 7.5 yards per carry, and this guy is he looks like Derrick Henry, just no doubt about that.
Big boy.
He carried, one time he had a run for 10 yards, and he carried 6 players with him for 5 of them. The guy's a hoss. And you mentioned our new quarterback, Bryson Daly. Bryson Daly is the guy who head coach Jeff Monken, he's a sophomore, and he has said, this is our future. This is who is the man we're going to rely on. He's 6'2", 230 pounds, or 218 pounds. He's a hoss. He had 1 carry for 64 yards, and if you watch that on TV, you can tell he hadn't ran that far in quite some time, because even though he scored on the run, he was out of gas when he hit the pylon.
Oh, yeah. And I did get to see that, actually. And I think it's amazing, though, at the end of that run, he pretty much got pushed into the end zone, which was pretty funny. But, hey, touchdown's a touchdown. And, along with his 1 touchdown, Jameel Jones, the starter, he had 3 touchdowns rushing. And that was just spectacular to think about. Is this something – I don't know who would be coming back to replace Jameel Jones. Is Jameel Jones going to be the starter in the Air Force game, or are we going to have some other quarterbacks coming in?
Well, we've got our other 2 quarterbacks, Cade Ballard and Tyre Tyler. Both were 1 and 2 at the start of the year, but listening to Coach Monken in his press conferences, I think he's pretty much settled on senior Jameel Jones now to finish out the season. He's really been playing great. As Coach Monken says, he has practiced all year as if he was the starter, and when he got in, he played like the starter. So I know myself and my cohorts on the radio show, we're sort of rooting for Jameel. We want to see him come in and finish this thing out and end his career with a blaze of glory. So don't know who it'll be. They always say you never lose your position to an injury, but let's don't tell Mac Jones that. But hopefully Jamel will start against the Air Force. That's what we're hoping for.
Hey, good deal. Crawdad with us from Crawdad's Countdown to Army Football Kickoff. Now, one thing I kind of wanted to talk about is I know, at least talking with actually one of my best buddies was actually he actually enlisted in the Army, and they were mainly talking about the Army-Navy rivalry. But I'm kind of curious, what's kind of the history behind the Army-Air Force rivalry? Like, what's the history between these two services?
Believe it or not, the Army-Air Force rivalry is probably a more hated rivalry than Army-Navy.
Really?
We kind of view Army-Navy and the naval midshipmen as, sort of like brothers in arms, where the Air Force folks, they didn't even come into being. Their first graduating class was in 1959, and I think, me being an old Army guy, one of the jokes is, when the Army moves into and occupies a field position, they do all the fortifications first, and when the Air Force goes in somewhere, the first thing they do is build a golf course in the officers' club. That's kind of the mentality we have about the Air Force. We just don't like them, but overall, we hadn't done that good against Air Force. Has sort of dominated this series. The record is 16-33-1. We beat them last year to retain the CIC. Didn't win it, but we retained the CIC trophy. And the Air Force Academy has won 20 Commander-in-Chief trophies to Army's 9. So they've kind of dominated the series, except recently, from 2017 to 2021. We've won 3 out of the 4 of the Commanders-in-Chief trophies, so it's a heated rivalry, and it's one I'd love to let you talk to some of the players who've played in that game, and you can hear from them. They just do not like the Air Force Academy, and I don't either.
And, with the bye week coming up, they will have time to add in some new packages on their defense, maybe throw in something new on their offense that could surprise the Air Force, but seeing how this game is being played at Globe Life Field, where the Texas Rangers play their baseball games and all that stuff, who really has the advantage, if anybody, in this game?
Well, there's the one thing that I think there is an advantage is Army recruits Texas heavily, and we've got a lot of Texas players on our team. So to a lot of those folks, it'll almost be like a home game. But other than that, there really isn't much of an advantage. Okay. It's going to be a tooth and nail biter. ESPN, their predictors giving the Air Force a 38.4% chance to win. We'll see if that comes true or not. But just a couple of other little tidbits about Air Force and kind of how the Army feels about them. The Academy was formed in 1959, and their uniforms, they weren't designed by any great military person. They were designed by Hollywood Cecil B. DeMille. He was famous for designing costumes for some of his epic movies.
Wow.
And one of the things I think is funny is at the academies, the freshmen are called plebes. At Air Force, they're called doolies. And what the seniors at the Air Force Academy call them is maggots. Do you know why they might call them maggots? The freshmen.
Wait, why is that?
Just take a wild guess.
Because they're small. I don't know.
Hello?
Because they look like maggots? I mean, that'd be my guess.
I couldn't hear you. Could you say that again to speak up a little?
I said because they're small. Bandi said because they look like maggots.
Yeah, like because they make it look like one?
No, it's because they're the lowest form of life that has a chance to fly.
Oh, jeez. All right. I can see the tension
guys,
there.
Hey, I hate to say this, but I am losing you. My call is breaking up, so I don't have a whole lot of more analytics on the game. I will have more next week, but go Army, beat Air Force. I'm going to let you go. Thanks.
All right. We appreciate it, Crawdad.
Hey, have a good one, Crawdad.
We'll look forward to talking to him next week about some more of that. I wanted to ask him at least one more question. Well, actually, I just wanted to bring up how it's funny that that Army goes after a lot of people from Texas, because you know what they say about Texas, Bandi?
What's that?
It's always bigger in Texas. And Army is probably the biggest team I've seen, okay? Like he was talking about these running backs, okay? Golly. are they big? I mean, we get to see a little bit from last game. It was just heavy running, and then the quarterbacks also. It's the wildcat format they like to do, and I mean, on the other side you get Chandler Rogers, UL Monroe's quarterback, and he just looks like a small fry to them. Okay, to these quarterbacks and running backs on the other side. Tyson Riley, number 32 for Army, he's a beast. Okay, like Crawdad said, similar to the King himself, King Henry. Not actual King Henry, but you know who I'm talking about, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He's a giant guy. He'll carry some people. I don't know if he'll have any moves, too many moves, but I mean it doesn't matter when you're a bowling ball. You just run people over and possibly use that thick arm you got to stiff arm people to the ground. And then I didn't get to hear a lot about Jacoby Buchanan, who also had a pretty good game. He had a touchdown. He had 45 yards rushing. He's just as big as Tyson Riley.
He's huge.
And it's 32 and 33, so it works together. They're like the bowling ball twins in Alice in the Wonderland. That's how I see them right now. They are gigantic.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. But, I mean, they at the same time, they might not have even needed them because, like Crawdad was saying, Jamil Jones, 3 touchdowns, 96 yards rushing, and he also completed 2 passes. Okay. He had 4 attempts, 2 passes completed. 50%'s not bad. 41 yards, not bad. But no touchdowns, no interceptions, no problem. Because this man was running all over the team, okay?
Yeah.
96 yards running, average 5.6 yards a run, okay? 3 touchdowns. Just couldn't stay out of the end zone. And then, again, Tyson Riley, touchdown. Bryson Daly, the new quarterback that we just heard about. Another big fella. Might not know, might not have the most stamina in the world just yet, but he looked pretty quick against UL Monroe, and, I mean, 1 carry for 64 yards. I mean, come on.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty stellar. That's like Breece Hall numbers right there.
That is Breece Hall numbers, almost to the point.
I know.
What, did he have like a 63-yarder before he tore his ACL and ruined my fantasy team?
Yeah. Well, he also kind of might have ruined his career.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
I do feel for him.
He's a young running back, and I'd love to see more from him, but we'll have to wait until next season. But Bryce Daly, touchdown as well.
I got to get all my salty fantasy owner salt out of the way early.
Oh, geez, you're talking. My team's, I think I'm 2-4 or something, 2-5, 2-5, I believe. But yeah, just a spectacular performance by Army. And I love to see the team come back too, because they were down. I think it was 17-3 going into. I was halfway through the second quarter, and this team just comes back. And then on defense, just second half, the defense just looked spectacular. I mean, they forced Chandler Rogers to throw an interception, as well as just the many sacks that he had. Okay, and the team overall didn't really do too much. I mean, 28 attempts passing, 164 yards passing. That's fine, And then on the running back side, UL Monroe couldn't really do much.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one big run. Okay, there was one big run. But other than that, the running backs themselves couldn't really do too much. It was pretty stuffed up, and it was insane to see because Army football, man, they're just a bunch of big boys.
Now, I was kind of hoping that Air Force would stay true to their name.
Yeah.
And be a more pass-heavy team.
Yeah.
And attack through the air. But I looked at their stats, and no, they are completely just on the ground like Army is.
Exactly, yeah.
And just like Navy is.
And I thought it was funny because when Crawdad talked about their quarterback and how he averages like 70-something yards a game, I was like, I mean, it's a little bit more than how Army is,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're hitting on all points, but I mean, the running game, that might be a different thing. I don't know too many stats about Air Force. I haven't really focused on them this season. I focused mainly just on Army football when it comes to at least learning these teams. But I'm looking forward to see what Air Force can do against them. I mean, looking at Air Force's schedule, they played Northern Iowa week 1, 48-17. Air Force won that one.
Dang.
41-10 against Colorado. Then they dropped 1 to Wyoming. They won against Nevada, 48-20. He's on point though with what he said about the team being like winning at an average of like 40 because they win.
Yeah, they win, and they make sure they won.
Yeah, and then they barely beat Navy, 13-10. So that was just a bloodbath.
Yeah, that was completely just on the ground, just complete battle of a line of scrimmage.
Yeah, even if they were moving down the field the entire time, it was just like. You can only move so fast if you're running the ball constantly. Okay, the team knows what you're gonna do. You're gonna be running all the time. You're not gonna throw too many passes. Like, I guess in this game there was actually a little bit of passing.
I wonder if that's a little That could be a little game that they play between the services. Like the first team to pass it admits defeat.
Yeah, yeah. But
just keep it on the ground.
But Navy actually does pass the ball quite a bit because against Air Force they had 20 attempts passing.
Wow.
Yeah, 129 yards. So they're probably all little dump-off passes, but I mean, there's that. And then on the Air Force's side, they only passed 8 times, and guess what? 156 yards passing with 8 attempts.
That's pretty dang good.
That is the special trait that these teams have, is they run the ball so much, you're not going to expect it whenever they pass the ball. They catch you off guard, and then they throw one down the field, just a deep bomb.
Yeah, and at the very least, because they run it so much, you don't expect them to be that good when they do go to the pass.
Yeah.
But then they'll just kind of catch you by surprise, and there goes 50 yards down the field.
There goes Joe Schmo.
Yep.
Running past everybody.
Because you decided to have your corners blitz on 3 wide.
And he's probably the same size as the running backs. He's just this giant guy running down the field like, I'm wide open. Nobody even knows. Everybody thinks he's just a lineman like downfield. It should be a penalty, but no. It's actually him going out for a pass.
Yeah.
Great stuff by Crawdad, though. I wish we could have got him on for a little bit longer. I had a few more things to say. But, hey, it's a bye week. Army gets a rest. Crawdad gets a little bit of a rest. But, hey, he's still at it doing the countdown to kickoff, which is on our sister station with the Bandi man producing that. He does a great job over there. And it's a good show. It's a good show if you guys like football, if you like Army, if you like a bunch of old guys talking about, great sports, history and all that stuff. It's the place to be.
Hey, I will say there are Legends of Army Football actually has been a really cool segment where they bring on just like a past Army player.
Oh, yeah.
Interview him for about 15 to 20 minutes. Like it's a good segment.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a dang good segment.
I mean, just being an Army, just being a part of the Army in the first place is badass. But then being a football player and also being a part of the Army, that's just 10 times cooler. And these guys got stories, especially the classic ones, the ones that have to actually go through a lot of these like intense wars that happened in the past and stuff. Not saying there's no intense wars now. There are. But I could say at least we're a little bit at peace in the world, unless you're Russia and Ukraine. Pray for both of them. I hope they both figure out what they're doing. I don't know. I haven't caught up with that because you know what? It's been football season, so there's nothing else to really deal with in my life.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that in the news cycle. I hadn't seen a headline about it in a while.
Who watches the news? I mean, come on. We watch ESPN. That's what we watch. We watch football. We watch basketball. We watch all the fun stuff.
Sports news.
Yeah, because you know what? Living in this life, it might be a hard one, but sports makes it a little bit better.
You know what's sad?
Same with anime.
All the time?
What?
Political news.
Political.
Exactly. It just brings you down.
That's what they want to do. Whereas football, they're talking about the stars. They're talking about trades. They're talking about fun.
We're talking about torn ACLs. We're talking about CT.
Some stuff isn't as fun, but still, overall, just seeing, what's gonna happen. Even if somebody, hurts themselves, hopefully they can come back. It's usually never something that's too scary. Okay.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa, that was scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian Robinson, that was scary.
Marcus Lattimore, that was terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
That was terrifying.
Which, have you heard what he's doing now?
What's he doing now? What's he up to?
They just had an article on ESPN. Seems like he's thriving now, even despite his career-ending injury.
Well,
like being being like an assistant coach.
He came back to play football, I believe, for the 49ers.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like what year?
It was probably a year after his whole injury. Let me see if he's got the football stats, and then we're going to hop into it. Yeah, so he did actually hop on to the 49ers for a brief moment.
Yeah, but I don't think – there's no way it could have been for very long.
Okay, he had a 4-year contract, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, the running backs at the end of the year. Oh, sheesh, he almost lost his leg for that whole injury.
Yeah, it was bad.
Huh. I got to figure out what all Marcus Lattimore did for them. But we're going to hop into a break. When we come back, the Bandi Man's got all the gaming news you would need. And I can't wait to hear about what he's going to say about Call of Duty because there's just every day something about Call of Duty. That's all coming up on the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, The orthopedic specialist from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
In 1982, Bob Baumhauer introduced Alabama to the Buffalo Wild Wing, and quite frankly, we've never been the same. Back then, it was Wings and Things in Tuscaloosa, but now, 40 years later, after 4 name changes, Baumhauer's Victory Grill is the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. Bob's Alabama Hot Chicken is something that has to be tried to believe, plus the new Bam Bam Chicken and the Louisiana-style Go Fish, a whitefish over rice topped with shrimp etouffee. And Baumhauer's is fighting inflation with some new affordable favorites. Visit Baumhauer's on the South Parkway today.
The Blitz has been called.
I don't think I've ever come back to this one. Welcome back, everybody, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I'm your host, Bandi Man Bailey Lowry, joined across the booth, across the glass, by Captain Cool John Abraham.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Having a great time. Having a great time.
Having a good time in the studio. And you know what? I'm looking forward to getting into some video game talk. As I make my way back to my chair.
I'm excited for it, too. We'll get that stream on. So, yeah, you're definitely going to be talking about Call of Duty. A lot of stuff is going on with Call of Duty.
A lot of Call of Duty stuff. Yeah, I still have that Donda Academy tab open. My goodness.
I had to get all of that. It was just like, it was everywhere. I'm going to get emails from them being like, oh, we recently saw that you were looking into trying to sign up for Donda Academy.
Yeah, it's really going to be a lot of Call of Duty talk and a little bit of Guilty Gear this time as a pro player has released their tier list for who they think is actually tournament viable. I want to kind of take a look at this list and see if I agree with this opinion. It actually looks like some pretty good picks. And Modern Warfare 2, because it drops tomorrow, we already got some people early on. That's all coming up here on the E play-by-play.
Isn't it something? He's doing so many things over there. Setting himself up.
Yeah, I forgot. I have to hit the
catch
sounder.
up on esports with E play-by-play with the Bandi Man.
All right. So we're first going to get into the Modern Warfare 2 stuff because we not only got some leaks, but it comes out tomorrow officially, October 28th. You will be able to download it all, play the multiplayer in your region. And I say in your region for a reason, because people have already started changing their addresses to New Zealand addresses to get early access to the multiplayer.
I'm finna start doing that.
Now, I mean, streamers have already started doing this. I've been seeing streams all over my TikTok, all over my YouTube feed, playing multiplayer early. You know what? Do what you want to do. But Activision has come out and said that people doing this and changing their regions to New Zealand will cause issues with the game. So slow down on it. It's only a couple of more hours.
Yeah.
If I could wait for Persona 5, y'all can wait for Modern Warfare 2.
I don't know, man. I totally forgot it was coming out today, and I'm thinking I might have to transfer some money so I could buy it.
Oh my god! But you know what? One of the maps in Modern Warfare 2, because people have already had access to the multiplayer, one of the 6v6 maps is a little cluttered.
Oh.
So it's on a highway reminiscent of an old BO2 map. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But like you're literally like on a highway. Like it literally looks just like that old Black Ops 2 map.
Okay.
But here's the thing. When it's on 6v6, just cars are littered everywhere. When it's not like that at all on any other version of the map. But cars are just littered everywhere, blocking vision. And it is just atrocious to look at. People have already been complaining. I'm not looking forward to playing on the map, and honestly, I don't really play that much multiplayer now that I think about it anyway.
At least in Call of Duty, right?
At least in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna play the campaign. I heard the campaign was actually pretty good. I did already take a peek at the like the after credit scene, or like the very.
How could you?
I mean, because I heard there was a certain information drop during that me as a fan would like. You can cover your ears all you want, but it's headphones. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I mean, what I will say, as a fan of the Modern Warfare series and like what they did previously in those games, with as far as campaign, like I'm optimistic about this.
Yeah.
It looks like it's setting up to be another good series. Like they did the original Black Ops series well, and then Black Ops 3 Train Go Boom. Modern Warfare was so good.
Hey.
Modern Warfare 1 through 3. I love those campaigns.
Oh, yeah. And, Bandy, get this.
What?
I totally forgot that I was getting paid today from the Trash Pandas. So your boy's definitely buying some Modern Warfare 2 as soon as I get home.
Hey.
As soon as I get home. I'm excited now.
Man.
Let's go. Train Go Boom. I don't even care.
Train Go Boom. And you know what? I'll say this. I could actually do this a list for a Fun Friday one time, because, I mean, we got the Friday list tomorrow, and mine's going to be Spooky Month themed.
Heck yeah. I'm going to have to do the same thing.
But I can do it for, like, Top COD campaigns.
Top COD? Okay.
Just campaigns, not multiplayer, not including zombies, nothing.
Okay.
And you know what? Modern Warfare 3 would be up there for me. That's a spoiler. I love Modern Warfare 3.
I love it as well. I don't know exactly what my favorite would be. Ghosts was stellar. Modern Warfare 1 is amazing.
Modern Warfare 1 did have a good campaign.
Modern Warfare 2 is amazing. I have seen some stuff about MW2's campaign where they're doing. Okay, this is the question I have, because I only have seen like very small things about this campaign.
Okay.
Is it during the same time as the MW2, the original MW2 campaign?
Well, it's like a separate universe, kind of, because it's like an alternate version of like Price and Ghost and Soap and all that.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because I know Ghost has a different little look to him. But I saw that they brought back a very controversial mission in a different way this time.
I hadn't seen that, but
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what mission you're talking about, and anyone who's ever played Modern Warfare 2 knows what mission we're talking about.
Yeah, and it actually looked insane. And I only saw it on like the preview of a YouTube video. It was just like showing like what was going on. I was like, whoa, that's gonna be crazy. And I was just like, okay, I'm done. I can't spoil myself.
You know, 100%. That should have been a scene when I played that mission when I was like 9 years old. That 100% should have messed me up.
It should have.
It should have. I don't know how I came out on the other side all right.
It's video games, man.
I don't know.
It's video games. I don't know. Call us. Do you guys think video games are a bad influence on our youth? Call us at 256-576-4977, because the rest of the show is opened up. Okay.
Yeah,
it's all
for
the
it.
way opened
If you got your video game opinion, drop in. And also, don't forget that this last hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford.
Yeah, of course.
Where you can get the best cars for the best prices.
Oh, yeah. Like a Mustang. Or like a Ford F-150, if you're into one of them. Or even the new Ford Maverick. You get that at a cheap price. Like a brand new truck for under $20K. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a very good deal.
That's a very good deal.
That's a very good price.
Yeah, and you know what? Woody Anderson Ford's got it for you probably. I know they do.
Oh yeah,
I know
they do. And no, don't forget to download all the apps. Our Blitz app, which I hope you're listening to on right now. You better be.
Okay.
Or watching us on Twitch or YouTube at WZZNTV, Twitter at the Blitz_sports, or Facebook at the Blitz Sports Network.
Nice. Bandi.
I don't know if I don't remember if I got all these in or not. So I'm just making sure.
I want you to know. I don't know like why I got the money that I did from the Trash Pandas. I literally worked the football game, and I got a good amount of cash from it because I was hawking. Okay, so I was doing the thing, and I guess people were very generous that night and very drunk. I got them all drunked up, and it was only through 3 quarters that I got this money. So I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am for Modern Warfare 2 now, because I was thinking I'd have to wait until Monday to get it, and now I know Summer, my girlfriend, she plays it more than I do. So I know she's going to be just as excited, but you know what? She might have to sit on the side and not play it as much. But I don't know.
You know what I'm hoping they bring back a co-op campaign one day so that we can have to do that again. Because I remember playing World at War co-op campaign with my buddies, and that was so much fun.
Great. That's another great campaign right there.
What sniper mission is it called? It's not is it Vendetta? Yeah, Vendetta in World at War. Doing that co-op is hilarious. Because 2 snipers taking them down is a little bit overpowered.
Yeah. My favorite mission from World of War. Okay, I always get World of War and World at War mixed up because they were like literally, or was it World War? It was World War like something. I don't know. I think it was World War II. That Call of Duty game that came out. But World of War, it had a mission where there's just like a bunch of dead guys, dead soldiers all around you, and you were like in this little pit. And this has been done in other games. Like if you've ever played Detroit, if you've played Cyberpunk, there are scenes whenever you like are in a pit with a bunch of other either dead people or dead robots or cyborgs or whatever, and you have to kind of Detroit was pretty much the exact same as Cyberpunk, and so there's like these soldiers that are going around like making sure the guys are finished off.
Yeah, it's such a good opening to a mission.
And then you got to sneak on out of there.
It's very if you've ever seen the movie Behind Enemy Lines.
I've not.
Oh, that's such a good movie. You need to check out.
Okay.
Very good war movie, but it's very much like Behind Enemy Lines, like that kind of premise. I actually think that's what they said inspired the mission.
Really?
Was that movie? Yeah, it's very, very like that movie.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll definitely give it a view because I love myself a good war movie.
But to kind of go back to a little bit of a lighter side from Modern Warfare 2, it looks like we might have some celebrity operators coming to the game. And it looks like it's going to be in celebration for the FIFA World Cup coming to Qatar this year. And looks like Neymar and Pogba, 2 professional soccer players, are going to be put into Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Leaks have shown player models of Pogba and Neymar. And previous leaks have also pointed out that Messi will be part of soccer-themed skins coming to MW2.
Better. He's a GOAT.
Now, I'm trying to think, would I rather play as like a Call of Duty character, or would I rather running around trying to get all these kill streaks with Messi?
You'll probably get a few crazy people at the game come in and just kill you as Messi. You might get pissed off at all the soccer players that are running around.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of games where like a lot of these celebrity kind of cameos and inserts, I would kind of be I would typically kind of disapprove of, or kind of like turn my face at it, or like turn my head at it. With Call of Duty, I don't know why I don't feel this way.
I mean, they had Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, they did have Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg as an announcer in Ghost was always the best.
Yeah.
He will always be the best announcer. But when it comes to these operator skins, I mean, with how realistic Call of Duty can look and how well it can get someone's likeness, I mean, I feel like this could be one of those things where it turns out really well. Because, I mean, you get like a really like a pitch-perfect face scan, kind of like you would for FIFA and all that, of like Neymar and Messi and all that, and it looks really detailed and really good. And you give them like their signature like victory celebration when they score a goal, like as an emote or like as one of their finishers or something. That'd be so cool.
It would be.
I'd be completely down for that.
That'd fit for the game.
I mean, it probably wouldn't fit in the game.
No.
I mean, because nothing will in Call of Duty. I mean, they put a laser weapon in Vanguard. Anything's fine at this point. They could put Goku in.
True. It's supposed to be a realistic shooter, but it's far from that.
Oh my God, put Goku in Call of Duty. I would buy it instantly.
Got a Kamehameha.
That time when I was playing Fortnite, though, when they were doing that DBZ celebration, I will say it was the most fun I've ever had in that game.
It's not saying much, though.
I don't know.
You have fun playing Fortnite?
Yeah, I mean, like back in its early years, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when building wasn't just shoot someone once and then they just make something out of like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
They start flying. By the way, you could have saw what I was doing if you're watching the stream WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube, as well as our Twitter.
I'm going to go into the fighting game community a little bit more here because, for one, Waka Flocka actually accepted a match with Sonic Fox. Like he said, he'd be 100% down for it. So it looks like we're just waiting for Sonic Fox's input and response, which I would hope he would want to play him. And knowing Sonic Fox compared to Daigo, who was the last FGC player to play a rapper, Sonic Fox isn't going to hold back. This isn't going to someone who's going to take it easy for entertainment and try to make it close. Sonic Fox, if he can 10-0 Waka Flocka Flame, he's going to 10-0 Waka Flocka Flame.
He should. I feel like he should.
I feel like he should, too.
He really should. He does not hold his punches.
I would be kind of disappointed if he didn't.
Yeah.
But Lord Knight, a professional Guilty Gear player, I think I want to bring this up since you actually had some interest in getting into Guilty Gear Strive.
Very much.
Once it comes into Game Pass. But he recently released a tier list for which characters he perceives are tournament viable. And I like these kind of tier lists because I don't really like the which character is better, which character is worse kind of argument, because then it just kind of gets into a really detailed niche kind of semantics trying to get into order.
Yeah.
But for viability, this is a little more general, and you can talk about it a little more, and it's not too dependent on where each character is placed. But so in the wins category, as in these characters win tournaments. If you want to win tournaments, you should probably learn one of these characters: Nagoriyuki, Happy Chaos, Ramlethal, and Leo Whitefang. Nagoriyuki used to be, well, he was actually, I would say, very underrated in Season 1. Not a lot of people had unlocked his potential yet, but then once people started figuring out how to play him properly, and he got buff after buff, he has now turned into a problem. This man's normals reaches pretty much full screen. And what's worse is that they try to balance him around his blood mechanic, and that you kind of have to manage it, and if you do too many of your special moves in a row, because you can chain cancel your special moves at the cost of increasing that meter even more. It's like they try to balance him around that, but if you just land one command grab after doing all the other crazy stuff he already does and jumping through the air and teleporting and sending out a clone of himself, if you get grabbed, he then loses a lot of that blood meter, aka all of that risk that comes with what he just did.
Jeez.
He's a crazy character. Fun to play, though. I'll give him that.
Okay.
He is fun to play. Happy Chaos. Oh, my gosh. You want to talk about a resource character who does not care about resources? Have you ever seen a Happy Chaos run out of bullets? I've never seen it. I've never seen it happen because you can frame trap your reloads, and fill up on focus to where your shots don't cost as much focus. You can reload one at a time, and the reload's really quick for a character who has a guard stagger shot. It's a really big deal. Still hasn't really been nerfed that much. Still a pretty hard character to play, though. So if you get really good with Happy Chaos, good for you. Good for you, even though your pressure is pretty dang basic. I can say that it is. It's just low, gunshot, cover your gaps. Another low, gunshot, cover your gaps. Overhead, cover your gap. Throw out something, reload. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ramlethal, this girl throws swords. She throws swords, they explode. You get put in burst safe pressure. This is a character you just don't really want to get touched by. And what does kind of balance her around, and I've kind of turned my tail on Ramlethal a little bit because she's not as broken as she used to be. She has been hit with the nerfs. Her pressure is a lot more manageable to deal with now, but it's also, people have just really found new ways to defend against her and to counter her tech with more characters because, again, base roster character, been out since the game came out, people are going to find tech. Leo Whitefang. This is just Milia, but better. Leo Whitefang, if you want to play a character who you knock your opponent down once and then all you do is just mix them to death, put them in a blender, never let them block or never let them know what you're going to do next, this is that kind of character for you. This is your Unga Bunga, I'm going to mix you in a blender character. And honestly, he's fun. I mean, he can be tough because if you're not good when you get put on the back foot with Leo, if you don't know what to do when you get put at disadvantage, I mean, he can be tough. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I forgot. He has an uppercut that's invincible. one of the best get-off-me moves in the game. Never mind. So, yeah, that's what you do when you're on the back foot, and then you send him into the blender again because your uppercut, I believe if a counter hits, can actually do a hard knockdown. I'm not a fan of Leo because I play very frail characters, and Leo eats them alive. Now, the can-win characters, I'm just going to kind of blitz through these. I just wanted to mainly hit the top 4 because those are the 4 most important. So, the can-win characters, you have Bikin, Gold Lewis. The Secretary of Absolute Defense.
KFC.
Chip Zenef, Zato, May, Testament, and Jacko. I mean, these are all characters who they have really good tools. I mean, you got Bikin's Tatami Mat. Gold Lewis has really insane reaching normals. Chip is just kind of like a faster Leo, but really frail with the lowest health in the game. Zato has some of the best pressure in the game, but again, really frail. May just hits like a truck for someone who's so small. Testament, really good normals, really good range. Can be kind of tricky to play, tricky to utilize, and not the best damage output for a typical Guilty Gear character. And Jacko, same thing. They kind of reworked her from Xrd, and she now no longer plants houses, but she just throws her minions out individually.
Okay.
Kind of cool. The relevant characters. I'm sad to see both of my mains in here. But, I mean, relevant, that's good. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they may not win tournaments, but, I mean, they're in the meta.
Yeah, it's up to the fighter who's actually playing as them to do well with them, so.
Yeah. So you got Giovanna, Faust, Kai, Soul Bad Guy, Bridget, Axel, Eno, and Milia.
Yo, what's Brigitte doing in there?
Bridget. Nah, this is Bridget. The latest DLC character, again, really good mix-up character and really good at putting on pressure. Just kind of frail and doesn't have the best disadvantage. Like, she doesn't have the best get-off-me kind of move.
Get off me.
Giovanna, same thing. Great normals, incredible rushdown, great pressure, great frame traps. She can get outranged except on her crouching dust and some of her heavier normals, but she also doesn't have another reliable get-off-me move without using meter or using a universal method. Faust, same thing, just an item character, but again, Faust can either be really good or really bad depending on RNG, but that's just how the character is, and I think he's fine being in the middle. Kai, if Vanilla Ice Cream was a character, this is the most basic character ever, but you know what, that's good because every fighting game needs a character like this. Soul Bad Guy, flagship protagonist of the series, was at the absolute peak when the game came out, but has since been hit with nerf after nerf just to his far slash, to his damage. Has been given some new tools for new combo routes, but I don't think that's enough to really bring him back too far into the meta. Axel, the game's zoner. Really cool character, but if you get in on Axel, my goodness, he will crumple. I don't have paper with me. Eno, same. Eno, not really the same thing. Heavy rushdown character, but kind of like Leo. If she gets touched, she will die. Same with Milia, except even frailer in the Bandyman and the Bandicoot.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, I was looking for some paper.
There's only 2 characters left before we cut the break, and they each have a tier of their own. Counterpick only.
Okay.
Only pick this character if you're specifically counterpicking somebody. Anji. I like Anji as a character. Anji is really cool design. Fights with fans, fights with dancing, and can dance through projectiles and attacks, and kind of really get you up with stylish looking mix-ups. But his damage isn't there. His conversions aren't really there. His damage isn't worth it for the kind of character he is. When Milia, Bridget, Eno, and Leo can just do what he does, but again, better. But he does have some specific tools that can keep characters in check. So again, only for a counter pick. And niche. We had the niche category. I don't even know what you would call this. How you would describe this. I guess if you love this character, play him in tournament. Potemkin. The main series grappler. Now, Potemkin is a memer. I have been hit by so many Potemkin busters because, again, command grabs. He's a huge grappler. He's scary. You don't know when he's going to do it. But the thing is, in Guilty Gear, why does it take off 50% of your health? And then why can he Roman cancel it to follow up and then put you into the corner? I mean, he is a definition snowball character where if you just lose the first turn and he gains the momentum, you might as well just kind of give up the set if you don't put him on the back foot immediately, because that's when because here's how it starts. You jump, he hard reads it with his anti-air grab, shoots you to the corner, charges in, hits you with grabs you because you're expecting to block, or God forbid if you jump, he does another anti-air grab, which I've been hit by that twice, and it's so disheartening. Oh my God. What a weird character. Fun character there. But you know what? We're going a little over. We got to take a quick timeout. When we get back, we're going to wrap up the show.
Tom Abraham segment.
Tom Abraham segment. You're listening to the Afternoon
Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com. What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? Two Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at ValleyEquipmentRents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
The Blitz has been called.
And welcome back everyone to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I'm your host, the Bandy Man Bailey Lowry, joined across the glass by Captain Cool John Abraham.
Hey.
It kind of plays a little bit of the song.
I think it's funny that the song keeps going down and then it keeps coming back because I want to hear it. I love it. I love it. It's a good song.
We were talking about it a little bit during the break, but You said you were asking about Dragon Ball Breakers when you kind of
Yeah,
Dead by Daylight style game.
Yeah, the one I brought it up a while back on the show, and I never got the game.
Well, finally released. I mean, it's only a $20 price tag, but I mean, for what it is right now, I think it's in good shape. But they recently released a roadmap where it's like one raider every new season, and then a new map, and then super attacks and like costumes and cosmetics.
So is there a battle pass type system going on with it?
There is, and you don't need to buy it. It's a free battle pass for everybody.
Thank God.
But what I'm kind of concerned about with this is I don't mind this battle pass system and this roadmap system.
Yeah.
Or this method if this was like a free to play game.
Yeah.
But with one raider per season, and then a lot of it is really just reused assets from Xenoverse 2. Which, like, the animations, like, super wise and all that. Like, you have different camera angles and stuff, but a lot of the super assets and stuff are from Xenoverse 2. And I imagine a lot of the models for the Raiders going forward are going to be the same way.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping what happens is that they release either... Ooh, that was too loud.
And blow out my ears. No, it's all right.
So what I'm hoping is that they release later on either a new game mode, like let's say like Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
You have like you go into an arena where it's heroes versus villains, but you have like 4 Dragon Ball Raiders against 4 maxed out like survivors, like heroes versus raiders.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Well, it's been a wild show.
It has been.
We've been all over the board. Later tonight, Baltimore Ravens going up against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go and watch that on Amazon Prime. It's going to be a great little matchup. We got high school football coming up tomorrow, so make sure you guys have the apps. I'm John Abraham, Captain Cool, with the Bandi Man producing this show. Did a great job.
Let's go.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. You've been listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Marvel Studios presents Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Get tickets now, only in theaters November 11th.
Coming up Friday, we will have a full breakdown of Thursday Night Football and get you set for the World Series. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Fridays, I help you get ready for the weekend. The biggest stories of the week, as only First Take can present them. We start at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.